Hi, everyone. I'm Sue Hilliard, and today I'm joined by Robin Grabfelder and our newest speaker to EA Zoom meetings, Joanne Borlase. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
And what we're going to do today is introduce you to Joanne. And so to start it off, Joanne, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Um, Much gratitude to you for this invitation to the Zoom room meetings with EA. I started studying astrology probably when I was around 10 or 11 years old. I stole my grandmother's Venus, the planet Venus periodical, and she was an avid reader. She was always forever reading books. She had a nice little library. I saw it and I had to have it and I took it. But when I got home, I was disappointed that it was some scientific journal and it wasn't the juicy stuff of Venus that I was looking for. In my teens and early 20s, I still have that. I don't know, I still have it here. I
Oh,
stole
cute.
this. I stole that. And then in my teens and 20s, my interest continued. I bought a paperback, which is this one here, on Libra. That's my sun sign. And thus
Oh,
the
no wonder you were
reason
interested in
interest
Venus.
in Venus, knowing it was my home planet. I started reading. I didn't understand the charts or the calculations or any of that stuff, but I was just interested in the positive and negative traits. And so my interest continued. I was just always looking up stuff and reading up on it. And also in school, in my English literature course, we had to study a bit on Carl Jung. We did a little bit there of symbolism and looking for that sort of information in stories. And so I was really drawn into Carl Jung back then as well in the archetypes. And I just really resonated with his work. And then later on in life, I started having a lot of difficult experiences, and mainstream counseling wasn't helping. So I went to an astrologer and like, can you tell me all the whys and whats? And I got a lot of answers, and I found myself blown away by it. It was like I had this epiphany inside. Suddenly my life made more sense to me, and that's the thing. I mean, you get this base, um, this place to begin your life instead of all the chaos that you're living through and just not understanding why you are the way you are. Astrology gave me a bit of a foundation to begin and to start trying to find my path. And I still made mistakes, but I think that my life was starting to piece a bit better together, understanding why. Of course, you can't undo all the stuff where you are now. It's a long walk backwards to, restart some things. But I just found it very helpful. And I started reading Jeffrey Wolf Green's Pluto and the Evolutionary Journey of the Soul. And that was it for me. I knew that evolutionary astrology was the kind of astrology that I wanted to study. And I had to get into it. And so I started going to school, and I graduated from Soulwise School of Evolutionary Astrology with teachers Laura Nalbandian, Rose Marcus, and Patricia Walsh. And I'm also now a member of the Jeffrey Wolf Green Association of Evolutionary Astrologers. I graduated, got my levels 2 and 3, so I practice, and I just love this stuff. And I my presentation what I want to present and talk about is a very, very brief overview of the phases and aspects through the life cycle of the apple tree. And my main thing is to show how astrology reflects or correlates with natural laws, with nature and the cycles. And, there's truth in all of it. And it's I don't know, it's just it took me a long time to put it together. I'm not going to do any calculations or orbs, or I'm not even going to do the signs, just the planetary placements and how they're aspecting each other while going through each phase. And through the quadrants. So there will be 4 videos representing 4 quadrants, which also represents 4 seasons of spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I'm no orchardist or gardener, so I don't have a lot of facts and science, but and I'm still learning that stuff. But I have lots of beautiful pictures to show you, and that have come from orchardist and gardener, and that he was so kind to let me use. He's up in the UK, and yeah, that's pretty much what my presentation's about. It's the life cycle of the apple tree through aspects and phases.
So you're correlating the phases of the planets to the phases in the life of an apple tree, correct?
Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
That sounds really intriguing. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's not going to be all about the human condition. I'll reflect a bit on that, but also I just want to show how astrology is nature. It's, it's not some made up scheme or anything like that. Astrology is nature, it's natural laws, and you'll see how it correlates through the phases and the aspects through the life cycle of the apple tree. And it's all living beings. It's not just even the apple tree.
Right.
Astrology correlates to everything, even the signing of a contract, the beginning. There's medical astrology, there's financial astrology if you want to make money. There's, astrology is a tool. It's not personal. That's the other thing, the beauty about it as well. It's a tool, and yeah. So I really worked hard trying to get as much as possible coordinated or correlated to the apple tree. And at times it may seem like I'm talking from the apple tree's perspective, but I'm only looking at the apple tree as a character. It's not a human, but there's a lot of similarities in plants, and even the tree itself has a lot of human things to it. I mean, there's respiration, there's communication, there's sensory, there's they eat. They eat the minerals. They eat insects even. I mean, there's those Venus flytraps plants. So there's just a lot that you can kind of correlate to a human being, and yeah, that's
It's
found
interesting. It was interesting to choose the apple tree as a representation for nature of all the trees.
Yeah, I just found that there's a lot of symbolism about the apple tree and the apple itself. There's healing properties. There's a lot of myth and stories, and it's all about metamorphosis and transformation. And there's the story of Adam and Eve. There's the
Right.
story of Snow White, who bit into the red apple and went into a death sleep. There's also the star. When you cut the apple in half, there's the star, which represents, the 5-pointed star of Venus, the Venus star and the pentagram, and how Venus follows that 8-year cycle of creating the flower, the star in the sky, in the universe. I just found it mysterious. And the seeds, you know, when you bite in, you take a bite of those seeds, you're eating the sweetness, and then you come to the seeds. They're dark, they're like brown or blackish, and it's like, oh, what is this?
And
What
they
have I
have
done?
they have poison in them too. They have arsenic in them.
That's
Yes.
right. Or cyanide, I think
Cyanide.
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it transforms into cyanide in your body. So, you know, I don't think it'll kill you, but it's a warning. And there's just so much to say about the apple tree, so much symbolism, that I thought it would be the perfect character for
It's
this.
even-
Right. And Robin, yeah, Johnny Appleseed spreading
Yes.
the spreading the seeds.
I think it's just very Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus, you know, it's food, it's luscious, it's you know, sweet and filling, and you know, it's almost like you can't get enough of the sweetness. And then the Scorpio part, which is like the seeds, where you bite in and you eat the seed, and it's like death. Something inside dies and or is transformed. Nothing ever really dies, it's just transformed. And I just think that it really represents my, like, the app, like the Venus Pluto. I'm going to be focusing on the two planets, Venus and Pluto, as well. And I just think that it really correlates or ties in nicely to the apple tree.
Awesome. That sounds really, really fascinating. And I really look forward to it. Robin, do you have any questions of Joanne before we close?
So do you practice? Do you do charts?
Yes. Yes. I have some clients, and yeah, I definitely do charts. I do some counseling as well. And yeah, I do use my schooling.
So you do evolutionary readings?
Yes, evolutionary astrology readings. Yes.
Very cool. And okay, so what we'll do is put all your contact information in the description of the video. And your first talk will be on April 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And we will do it live on Zoom for those who are interested to join us. Otherwise, it will be posted on our YouTube channel. And other than that, anything else you want to close with, Joanne, before we?
I'm just I hope that you'll all join me. I'm really glad to do this presentation, and I think that it offers a lot of information just from a different perspective.
I'm
Awesome.
looking forward to your talks.
Yeah, we're
Thank you.
just thrilled to have you joining us, and
Thank you. Thank you
we'll
so
see
much.
we'll see you on April 11th.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.